Hi everybody, welcome to week 6, module 6. You've only got one more week, so be sure to take a look at that final paper, and I can do a video on that this week. So surprisingly, it's week 6 out of 7. So this week we're going to be focusing on organizational development and the different types of interventions. I was actually in a master's in OD program before I decided to go get my PhD. So I can tell you it's a human-centered approach to change. The idea with organization development is you are teaching the organization to consult with itself, to be able to change on its own, to be able to implement its own intervention. So if you are an OD consultant, you're trying to work yourself out of a job. But really focuses on the human and the technology side of change. So it's still focusing on change, but it's a little bit different approach and a different perspective. And so that great big book on OD is what you'll be using this week. We're going to focus specifically on one of the readings and one of the models with 4 frames. And then the other models are there as tools or chapters. Tools to help you, again, give you some more ways to think about and to approach change. Yep. So there we go. That's what I just said. So all of the readings this week are from that OD book, plus a case study. So this week we're going to be looking at change in a church environment. So trying to provide you with examples of changes that happen in different kinds of organizations, not necessarily for-profit or nonprofit or government. So here's another perspective, context, where you might be leading change or helping to lead change. So you might actually be on the guiding team for your church if it's going through some kind of change. Okay, so the discussion, here I'm asking you to share a personal example where you can apply the 4 frames approach. So it's really just getting you to apply. So remember, in your responses to the assignments, I'm trying to assess whether you understand and are able to apply the different concepts, theories, and readings. So this specific assignment is really focused on this 4 frames approach. Can you choose one of those frames and apply it to an organization that you're familiar with? And then everybody else, as you're reading through and trying to decide which post to respond to, we'll get some examples of what it looks like. And then again, the case study for this week is a change at Temple Baptist Church. So I've left it kind of open at this point, which has been a problem in the past. So, the basic questions are there. What's the situation? Who's resisting? Why is this a challenging change? And then number 4 is where I want to allow you to go through all the different tools, the change models, the change practices and approaches, and choose one or more to help you that you would use to make recommendations in this setting. So if you were the consultant coming in, giving recommendations to the pastor, what models and theories would you use? You can certainly include your opinions, but what I'm going to be looking for is your ability to draw upon and accurately use concepts from the class to make recommendations to the pastor. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you all for getting on that simulation. I know you have a lot going on in the summer, but I want to be able to close this change simulation, and then I'll be able to report the results so you can see how you did compared to others in the class. And that's always an interesting opportunity to reflect. So have a good week. Let me know if you have any questions. Now you have my cell phone number, so feel free to text if you need something.